Big breaking news from Bangladesh. Former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khaleda Zia passes away days after the son's return. Khaleda Zia dies and she was critically ill for days and now she has passed away. So, former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khaleda Zia has passed away. That's the big breaking news that's coming in from Bangladesh. The former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia has passed away. Now this comes just days after her son returned, and now former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khaleda Zia has passed away just days after her son's return. Khaleda Zia dies. She was critically ill for days and she was on life support for weeks, and now she has passed away. So this is amid the unrest in Bangladesh. This is the breaking news that's coming in. Khaleda Zia, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, has passed away. Now this comes just days after her son, Rahman, returned after 17 years in self-exile to Bangladesh. And remember, Khaleda Zia was critically ill for days. She was on life support for weeks and now she has passed away. Her son is in Bangladesh. He returned to Bangladesh after 17 years and now just days after his return, his mother and the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Khaleda Zia, has passed away. My colleague Ashutosh is now joining us on the story. Ashutosh, Khaleda Zia, the former Prime Minister, a renowned leader of Bangladesh, a tall leader of Bangladesh, has passed away. Give us more details on her illness. We're learning that she was on life support for weeks.
From 28th of November, if I could say, 22nd of November, she was on almost ventilator. She had multiple health issues, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, liver cirrhosis, kidney complications. In fact, she was even taken to London for a treatment. And from 22nd of November, the day she was taken to the hospital in a critical condition, she was even announced as a VVIP, which ranks to nearly a prime minister and a president. SOG security was provided. There was a dedicated chopper which was every day flying from her Evercare Hospital to the Dhaka airport. Qatar had sent even a private medical plane which was waiting which was on standby that any day should, but medical board of doctors could not even give a clearance to fly her from Evercare Hospital to the airport, and that was the critical condition. But this makes really a vacuum because former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who's now absconding from Bangladesh, former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia has now passed away. So born into a middle-class family. Her father was Iskandar Majumdar, and Majumdar, who married Ziaur Rahman in 1960, later became a president of Bangladesh, who was a key figure in the country's independence history. So Khaleda Zia, then we all know she entered politics after President Ziaur Rahman was assassinated in 1981. Then 1984, she became chairperson of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, which was formed by Ziaur Rahman. And then she emerged as a leader during the movement against military ruler Hussain Muhammad Ershad in Bangladesh. And 1991 to 1996, she was the first female prime minister after restoration of democracy in Bangladesh. 2001 to 2006, again she was the prime minister. So one of South Asia's most powerful female leaders, central figure in Bangladesh's politics. But knowing for the rivalry, her long and intense rivalry with the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and leader of the Awami League. The rivalry also we saw the shape in Bangladesh politics from 1990s onwards. And then she was referred also a battle of the Begums. Remember, the rivalry between Khaleda Zia and Sheikh Hasina was also termed as a battle of the Begums in Bangladesh. And 2007, she faced multiple corruption cases. Remember 2006 when Awami League formed the government, Sheikh Hasina became the prime minister. Multiple cases filed against Khaleda Zia, including corruption cases. 2018, she was convicted even in corruption case and sentenced to prison. However, looking at the serious health condition, since then, remember, since 2018, she has been going through prolonged diseases. She was released on medical grounds. And then the political activities were totally restricted in these years. His son, Tarique Rahman, also 17 years ago, when he was given bail on a medical condition, he was also arrested. He escaped to London and literally took shelter in London. He did not come back. And today is the day when the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is in India. Former Prime Minister of Khaleda Zia passed away 6 a.m. when the doctors declared her death.
All right, Ashutosh, do stay with us. We're also learning that Khaleda Zia's condition deteriorated since last night, and a special plane from Qatar was on standby at the airport to lift her London for treatment. However, the medical board could not give clearance to fly from Care Hospital to the Dhaka airport. Ashutosh continues to stay with us. Ashutosh, could you give us more details on this aspect that we're learning that a special plane was also ready, was on standby from Qatar at the airport to lift her to London for the treatment?
Well, I'll give you also a backdrop because there was a special team from UK, there was a special team from Doha, and there was a special medical team from Bangladesh. The doctors panel of three countries were treating Khaleda Zia. There is Evercare, a private hospital in Dhaka, where she was being treated. And it was recommended that a few years ago when she was flown to London for the treatment, she would likely to be taken. But the condition was so much deteriorated from 22nd of November. The doctors could not even give her a single minute permission to fly from Evercare Hospital in a chopper to Dhaka airport. That was the condition of Khaleda Zia. So all these doctors did not even advise. However, last night the condition really deteriorated. In fact, yes, Qatar they also arranged a medical ambulance from Qatar, and since that day, it's around more than a month now, the plane, the special medical ambulance, has been waiting at Dhaka airport.
All right.